Alter, was? Hier verändert sich nichts, ne?
Alright, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
Alter, wie geil, was ist... Ich fühle mich hier gerade wie im Logistikzentrum. Folge der gelben Linie ins Versandlager 3B. Hups. Was war das denn? Das geht ja gar nicht.
No, I'm down. We're leaving it up to the line from now on.
Ja, ich glaube, jetzt will er mich eine Weile über diese Linie da zwingen. Gut, dann machen wir halt mal mit. Gut, wir machen da wirklich eine Weile mit. Das ist ja der
You
Hammer.
see, the line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay, now if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office in fact the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Ja! Alter, was? Bitte was? Was spiele ich hier? Alter! Ist das laut? Mann, ich höre nichts mehr. Alter, was ist hier kaputt mit diesem Spiel? Wie ich das gerade einfach nur feier. Und es ist so laut. So laut. Es ist so laut. Ich laufe durch das Büro. Ich laufe durch das Büro. Ich laufe durch das Büro. Alter. Ja, mein Ausdruck gerade. 007, guten Tag. Okay. Oh, ich hoffe, das ist nah synchron. Naja. Wow. Naja, hier herrscht gute Ordnung. Was? Alter.
Wait, cut the music, go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Okay. Das... Alter, was war denn bitte gerade kaputt? Ich bin immer noch ein bisschen sprachlos. Das Spiel überrascht mich gerade. immer wieder. Also fahren. Aha, so sieht es aus. Okay. Jetzt wollte ich nochmal hier runter gucken gerade. Ah, okay. Huch! Okay. Hing gerade kurz fest. An einer Textur. So, dann aha. Bin ich mal gespannt, was uns als nächstes
Wait, what? We're
schockt.
back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
Hier fängt die an. Das heißt, wir... Fehler im System. Eindeutig. Oha. Aber ich glaube, man muss jetzt wirklich, solange es die Linie gibt, dieser Linie folgen, denn alle anderen Türen sind zu. Nicht schon wieder.
Oh, no, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Okay, restart. And there we go. The Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Dim.
You know what, Stanley?
What?
I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever
Ach so,
done for
ja,
us?
richtig.
We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Ja, du hast natürlich vollkommen recht. Wir machen jetzt einfach, was wir wollen. Da war ich doch vorhin auch schon.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
Ich dachte gerade, jetzt dürfen wir 10 Minuten im Kreis laufen. Hab mich schon gefreut.
Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
Alter, das ist so geil durch dieses Spiel. Das ist der Hammer. Wie cool, hey, wie cool.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision.
Richtig.
From here, the story is in our control. How important, we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay. So I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means
Kann ja
that
andersrum laufen.
somewhere at the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one.
Aha.
Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
Warum moderiere ich dieses Spiel überhaupt? Ich weiß es nicht. Das spricht für sich selbst. Ich kann hier nur rein. Wir haben 16 Minuten für irgendwas.
Hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is?
Halt.
It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I
Halt,
don't
schnell
want to
durchlesen.
forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide?
Wir sind
Why
hier,
don't I
ne?
get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story, wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime...
Genau, das war dieser Neustart. Die Frage ist, wenn ich dieses Spiel ganz neu starten würde, also nochmal komplett rausgehe und wieder rein, ne? Also so richtig und nicht nur hier in der Story, kann es dann ganz anders verlaufen?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Ich glaube
Stanley
schon.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
So, das Spiel hat sich jetzt praktisch selber wieder zurückgesetzt. Und wir dürfen hier entscheiden, rechts oder links.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Genau,
This
nicht.
was not the correct way to the meeting
Richtig.
room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Jawohl.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Genau, denn jetzt passt mal auf, was ich hier
Wow.
vorhab.
Yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Auch das haben wir, glaube ich, gemacht. Deshalb machen wir es jetzt nicht und gucken, wo wir hinkommen. Do not lie. If you are lying right now, stop.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Aber hallo. Da müssen jetzt wahrscheinlich einige Angestellte lachen. Warning, do not jump from the cargo lift while it is in motion. Will cause death. Also, du meinst draufstellen?
Look, Stanley, I
Und
think
dann
perhaps we've
bewegen.
gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's
Was?
been waiting.
Was? Ja. Dieses Spiel macht mich heute noch zum zerstreuten Menschen. Heute Abend wird mich keiner mehr verstehen. Ich werde komplett hilflos durch die Welt laufen.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Ja, von Mädel immer. Schrie er und sah nur noch weiß. 4, 2, 7.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven.
Aha.
All right.
Ich habe bei
Okay,
4,
there
2,
we
7 eine
go.
Frau.
All right, now, I want you to
Cool.
come in and tell me all about your
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife?
Ja.
They'd want to commit their life to you.
Ja.
I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
Ich konnte gerade nirgends anders hingehen, deshalb habe ich das natürlich gemacht.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Guten Morgen, Angestellter 427, drücke Q auf deiner Taste. Nee. Ich drücke W, ich drücke S, ich drücke A, ich drücke D. Okay, ich habe keine Wahl, ha? Ich drücke Y. Okay, ich drücke Q.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
Bitte drück. Ich habe doch
Look at him
keine
there,
Wahl.
pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life. But in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Was?
And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
What? Mit welchen Kindern?
So he went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last,
erzählt er das
choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold. As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
Ah, ja.
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
Ich will dem nicht reinreden, deshalb bin ich öfters mal ruhig. Oh, ja. Komm
But
mal.
there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one.
Ja, ich glaub's langsam auch.
And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Und wenn ich's doch mach?
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
Wer ist dieser Typ? Und jetzt drücke ich nichts. Was passiert jetzt? Ja, jetzt kann ich endlich mal wieder was reden. Hehehehe. Wenn schon nichts passiert. Nee, aber ist echt sehr interessant hier. Wahrscheinlich bin ich wirklich nur der Beobachter und der Typ macht hier im Grunde alles. Ich meine, ich kann ein bisschen Einfluss nehmen, aber die Frage ist, wie groß ist dieser Einfluss am Ende wirklich? Wahrscheinlich nicht. Wahrscheinlich kommt es einem extremer vor, der Einfluss. Denn hier zum Beispiel geht schon wieder nichts. Also ich denke, das Skript ist doch relativ eng, enger, wie man vielleicht vermuten möchte.
I suppose I can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button.
Moment.
And I tried.
Loading.